A Clark County jury awarded more than $5 billion for victims who were sickened from drinking Real water. Court documents state that Real water, which is based in Las Vegas, would need to pay 30 people and companies for physical and mental pain the product caused. Earlier this year, other victims who consumed Real water were awarded $3 billion in a separate lawsuit. Last October, victims were awarded $200 million in another lawsuit. Fox 5 spoke to victims back in 2021 who were impacted. Their responses can be found at the story on fox5vegas.com.